This is my series of trying to reverse engineer BaGuaZhang's applications.
Welcome to my new series, Reverse Engineering Kungfu. I'm not a BaGuaZhang master. My martial art journey begins with competitive Nanquan before moving to Tai Chi Chuan, Xing Yi Chuan, Ba Ji Chuan, and eventually BaGuaZhang. Over the years, I've learned many BaGuaZhang forms, but rarely the application behind them. So, in this series, I'll be looking at the basic BaGuaZhang palms through the eyes of a Xing Yi and Ba Ji practitioner, reverse engineering their possible combat applications and sharing my thought process along the way. Let's explore.
Well, we're going to start with the 8 basic palm, the BaGuaZhang.
Today's movement is one of the basic palms from BaGuaZhang HeBaoZhang.
The 转掌, there's this part where with a 双托, you raise up both hands and you do a turn and follow inwards, followed by a push out. So this is called the HeBaoZhang. In the form itself, before the moving part, it tucks in the elbow and strut and push out. So some of the application that I see is that they will lift up the hand and enter through the armpit area and into the face, like a strike. So, to me, that makes sense. But it seems to be missing something, because the move shows that once you turn up, you push out, but you're moving sideways. So, if we don't see it as a strike, but more like a grappling application to take down, well, I would think that this move is more like trying to tuck in someone's elbow, lock, and to throw. It seems more possible that this is the intention of this move. Let's try. 它是这样啦，就这个。So 在这个里面 ，right， 你站过来一点点。Okay, so let's say 你try to clean 左，可以从这边 right。So 这个进来，先这样。所以我看的动作是这样吗？哦，你懂我有个动作是这样吗？所以你看它 ，this is the part where 它是正好在这边的话啦 ，leave 另外一个。OK， 这个棒，出去。That looks good, but there's one more thing. In this move, there's actually in the turning, the move actually lift your arm down, and this hand comes in, goes up, and turn out. So, could this be an application by itself? If not, why is there such a big movement?
My first idea was simple. I asked one of my trainees to throw punches at me while I tried using HeBaoZhang to block or counter. It failed. The movement just didn't feel convincing, and I couldn't make it work consistently. So I went back to YouTube and started searching for 摔跤 and other Chinese wrestling applications for inspirations. Then I came across this clip. The application looked surprisingly similar to the transition into HeBaoZhang. The wide movement of both the arms and the legs matched what I was seeing in the form. So I thought, hey, let's give it a try.
但是这个是我还没有 experiment 过的 ，so okay, I need to try this. So 上来啊 ，OK， so 从这边。
My first attempt still wasn't successful. I could immediately feel that if my opponent resisted, the technique would probably fail. So, back to more books, more videos, and more experimenting. Then, something clicked. In 推手, there's a saying: if you want to move someone to the left, first move them to the right. In other words, you first create the reaction that you wanted. I realized I had been skipping the setup. So I tried it again, this time adding the initial movement before entering into HeBaoZhang. This this time, it worked.
Nah,
Oh, you're off my CG.
drag, then drag.
Okay.
You get the idea?
I get it.
Yeah，因为我没有做那个前面，我做一个顺的啊。So from 这里，感觉到吗？它的那个 swing，这个我回去想了很久。
Nice. Okay.
因为你是跟我讲，你打算 feel smooth 嘛，然后就I realize，因为我前面这个动作
连这个卷也是有一个
，yes，it's supposed to do something，so that 它的那个 motion 才会
It makes sense.
啊才会 flip 嘛。But of course，
It's not just firing.
yeah， but of course I still like the idea that 这个我想 trap 那个 elbow 的啊。OK，
Honestly, this one makes more sense.
yeah，
Now, I don't know if this is the traditional application of HeBaoZhang, but based on my experience, this explanation makes the movement much more practical and meaningful. That's it for this episode of Reverse Engineering Kungfu. Let me know if you think my reasoning is sound and if you have learned the traditional application of HeBaoZhang. I would love to hear your perspective. So, until next time, stay curious and keep trading. See you in the next episode.